Hello, Pioneers. Welcome back to part 5 of Satisfactory in 40 hours. In this session, we are going to tech up a little bit while we get the parts for our coal generators. Then we're going to pop over to the Crater Lake, build out 16 coal generators, which will give us the power we need to push through to fuel. In the meantime, after that, we'll come back, build out the rest of the base, and then we'll start making the space elevator parts. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we need some rotors. And we've got this sweet little recipe here that's going to help us get them pretty quick, actually. Let's grab some copper wire. We're still going to do some manual feeding. Remember, we had to turn our copper plant off because we were getting pretty low on power. But we were able to make a bunch of stuff that we need, so that's all good. Some more pipes. And we are going to take these pipes also to start making nobelisks. We don't need nobelisks right now. I mean, they're good to have whenever you get to them. But there is this one. There's this one rock where I want to build that I basically have to blow up because it really annoys me. All right, so let's see. All right, I'm going to research out some sulfur here. Here, we'll need that. Oh, I know what I want. But before we do this, get a little extra inventory space. I'm not going to get the rebar gun yet because I don't really like it until I have explosive ammo. It doesn't really do much.
Significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It. This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools. Research completed. Black powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available. Detonator and basic nobelisk unlocked. Most obstacles can be cleared with the basic nobelisk. It is most effective against organic material and is able to destroy small boulders and porous rock. Deployed nobelisks will stick to the first solid surface they touch and cue on the universal detonator. If you do not recall the order in which you deployed the nobelisks, remember Fix-It does not take responsibility for any harm caused due to human error, even if those errors are genetic.
Everybody hear Snowy? Snowy likes to say hi when I'm playing. Hello, Snow. Yeah, this is a really nice recipe. It's fast. Bliss. Or no. That name. I'm gonna get 50 of these. These are good for killing those alpha pigs too. You want an object scanner just to. Kitty's so loud. Oh, you alright, Kitty? She just bumped her head into my. You sit down. Here. She's a loud one. There is a hard drive around here that uses black powder, so I'm going to carry this around. Okay. It's cool. Rotors. Need some copper sheets. I think I built those. Enough cable. Before you get dimensional depots, make sure you have enough stuff on you, which is a little hard if you're coming from a playthrough where you have those running, but have it. I usually find that I'm running out of, or that I don't have enough metal plates, or yeah, exactly. I'm missing iron rods, right? I'll forget something like that, and it's really inconvenient. And we're going to need some iron rods to build our ladders and stuff too. Miners. And then we're going to go down and grab our tier 3 belts. Don't really need too many, but we're them anyway. Screw is just top this off and then okay, we got enough concrete. Where it's no, I think we're good. So the way we're going to set up our coal generators is you can set up 16 sort of back to back with splitters going into each one. You save a little bit of T3 belting that way. But it can be hard to get the water in there since your pipes are only holding 300 right now. So we're just going to do 2 rows of 8. I just find it a little bit easier. Both work really well, but that requires less troubleshooting. And we're going to go up that direction. I'm not a huge fan of leaving these platforms around everywhere, but this one actually will get some consistent use for it. So it actually, like, I don't like leaving huge ramps up to, like, you know, to go get stuff. I think we should. It's in the rock or I think this should get us on top. And then we can run this way. I forgot to get I don't really do Mercer spear hunting stuff until I get jetpacks. We're not going to open this one yet because it could crash our power grid. That one requires, I think, 120 watts. Oof. Make sure you don't blow them up when you're right near them. Kill you.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by Fixit, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Research it in the MEM to establish classification and potential application.
I like to build my full gens close to the water for obvious reasons. You don't have to. But before I get MK2 pipes, I don't really want to mess with pipes, or MK2 pumps. I don't really want to mess with pumps. It's not a big deal in a place like this, honestly, but it just saves me. These are the rocks I was talking about blowing up. You won't be able to build here if you don't. Whoops. See these stupid rocks, man. one thing you want to make sure when you're moving stuff down like a long conveyor is that it's perfectly straight. Before that, it doesn't really matter like how the coal gets in here, but these won't line up. The belt is totally straight. And then from here, like when I build this thing, it's just kind of like a little placeholder, but we can make it a little relative. Yeah, it looks clean. All right. Turn the coal on. Okay, so while all of that loads, okay. Oops. So here I like to lock the hologram to make sure it's straight. Right. Cool. Something is wrong. How did we? Weird. Honestly, not sure how that wasn't an MK3 belt. I don't have any other belts hotkey. Oops. Okay. Water. Water going in. And full. Awesome. I like putting the power poles on the backside, just not as much stuff. Okay, up we go. So you do a little preloading. You're not going to get all these fluctuations and stuff. Same deal over here. See that rock? Why I blew. Bro, get off of my power plant. Same exact deal over here. What? I also like to separate my we're out of cable. Really? Oh my freaking gosh. It's not bizarre. I thought I had, oh, you know why? Because I spent all that cable on opening my Not the prettiest. Not the ugly. All right. Not bad, looks clean. Looks like everything's going where it needs to. Take a look over here. Full water. Honestly, it's the middle ones or the ones farther away from the gen. Worry about them. But yeah, if that's full. Good. Oh, we got a little bit of wiggle here. Don't know if it's because of coal or water. Let's just make sure everything is connected correctly. I think they just haven't, hoppers just haven't that yet. They will fill eventually, as long as all of our belts are at the right speed. I'm sure they are. So this should be moving constantly because we're eating exactly 240 on this side and 240 on that side. And then our third and final check is to make sure that this doesn't have any coal in it. It doesn't. If you see this thing backing up, you know you've made a mistake somewhere. As long as your ratios are correct. So what we can do to just smooth this out so we don't have to, we'll just take that out of here. I think I finished this side a lot faster than I finished the first side. Okay, so we're at 100 here, we're at 100 all the way down. Down here we're at 100, 100. Okay, and these are never going to get to, well, they might get to 100 after a long, long time because of the way the generators work. But they won't get to 0 anymore, so we should have a flat power line. Don't expect we'll see any of these anymore. And if we do, then something's... all right, let's grab this. Once again, make sure you always disconnect these, especially early game, because otherwise they just sap power. I think we'll just go straight into research. Right, now I do think, oh, there's a hard drive up there, but I think it needs quartz crystal. Oh, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure there's a hard drive. Right over here. No, you know what? It's way over by that. I notice I like putting power poles down pretty much everywhere. I don't use the big power connectors because I just find them very ugly. It's just, that's the only. There's certainly nothing wrong with them. They're good. I just don't like the way they look. So one thing that, I know we're obviously not making any buildings, but you could probably tell that I do. Oh, you know what? Nah. I do have some aesthetic choices. So, like, for instance, I really don't like. I don't like boxes laying around, like discarded boxes. That kind of gets on my nerves. I don't like giant ramps that go nowhere. That gets on my nerves. So even though I don't exactly like build pretty buildings, I do like everything to be nice and smooth. This is a really good recipe. I don't know why I was down on it before. Well, I wasn't down on it. I think I just didn't realize how good it was. I'm always looking for the steel frame recipe. I do really like that one a lot. All right. So here. All right, now let's turn our copper back on now that we're about to power. I think there's. Go back on. I think there's 2 poles we need. Oops. No. Again, turning this off last night just because I didn't want to lose power. Obviously, you can do all this with like a power switch eventually, but whatever. Who needs it? He's going. All right, we got our space elevator over here. So I want to start making production on space elevator. And again, the way I'm going in order is smart plates first. They definitely take the longest. And I'm not making a dedicated factory. So we're just going to pop down 2 assemblers. Going to overclock them. And that's how they're going to get in. Now we got power for that. All right, no iron plates, smart plating. Go get some rips. I think I've got another slug around. Yep. And this is the only thing I'm going to overclock for now. Because really, they take an awfully. All right, so we're making 5 per minute of those. We're gonna have to do something about frames pretty soon. I'm kind of hoping that we get steel frames in the next hard drive. So, which will make our job a lot easier. Again, this is all infrastructure that I could keep, I could not keep. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing permanent in this factory. We just go. I think that's a good point. Is just keep going. Don't stop. Planning is overrated. I know that's not how everybody likes to play, but for me, like, yeah, I have a sort of general plan, but you know. What is going on? Okay, we're gonna put these in first, let them saturate. What? Okay. What are you? All right, let's see what we got. Steel frames would be huge. I really like stitched iron plate. All right, so that means we're gonna have to change quite a few things around, but that's good because, so now we're gonna need an awful lot of wire. We don't have iron wire yet, but this is the perfect opportunity to start building that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just come over the top here on this second level and put it closer to our where our rips are being made right now. But also, this is where our steel pipes are, so. Let's go gather. be doing this for much longer either. First off, we'll have hypertubes, so we'll be hypertube cannoning, which is a lot faster. And the reason I'm not bringing it into my base is because this is not going to be my base. My base is going to be eventually. So I'm going to leave it here till then. Which honestly won't be too long. By another... Well, until we get plastic, because I make my main base with... this is stupid, but I make it with coated concrete. Again, I don't necessarily make the prettiest buildings, but I do kind of have an aesthetic style that I like to hold to. So when we make our main base, yes, it will be all coated concrete, and it will be carbon black finish. I like. I was always kind of that kid that could eat pizza and tacos every day for the rest of his life. Not totally like that still, but definitely the things I like, I like. All right. At the... Oh, why are you guys off? What happened over here? Are you going to make plates? Oh. You know what, let me see if I have any tickets really. I'm going to get a couple more architectural. I'm going to get conveyor floor holes. Again, I'm not focusing too much on this base because I'm not going to be here for very much longer. But it's not going to go anywhere. This will still feed most of our iron products to our main. So try to make it a little cleaner.
As Fixit amply demonstrates, you can never have too much management.
So let's see. We should have a bunch of plates here. start with 4 rips. No? It's usually better to go backwards. All right, so this is going to be more rips than we need probably for the rest of the game. So we're definitely not feeding this enough. That's okay. We'll get to that. We're gonna probably, let's see. I think we might. All right, let's see how many is this thing. Let's see if we'll actually pay attention. You might have noticed I don't really pay attention to ratios too much. If I need more, I just build more. So you want 18 per minute, so let's call it 80. You want 75, 150 wire. So yeah, we're good on all of that. Figure out what I want to do. Clearly backed up. But before we do that, let's go to our other. Be careful when you're cleaning up old power grids. You don't want to trip the one that's connected to, you know, your new coal jet, whatever. All right. Let's see how many rips. We've probably made more rips than that since I built that thing. Already 50 rips in here, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think we just do a full. This is just going to be rods and rods and plates. But I don't think we have, these look like Mark I belts. The cool thing is, don't think we have to tear this down. What are you doing? Okay, we got a nice steady stream coming out here. And what's everybody doing? Plates. I'm gonna keep making this. Okay, so this is taking 120 ingots. $120 goes to 180. 60 left over. That's fine. All right. Something. Something is definitely off. This is another reason why I have a tendency to just tear the whole thing down, because like That's still going slow, like something inside that. Still going. All right. There it is. And these things they can be kind of annoying to diagnose. That's why I have a tendency to. Still feel slow. Probably just because this thing I haven't felt. Let's see. All right, I think we're good. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 30. Right, that's what they want. So that's 180. We got 60 left over. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we're going to start making frames up here by the rips. Then we're going to make our rotors a little. I keep forgetting to make. So then our rotors are going to be over here, along with our motors and stuff like that. Let's finish this up really quick. Just don't worry about it anymore.
milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also error percent safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
We'll just go with 3 for now. Should be enough. All right, so it wants 12 per minute. We're making 15 times 4, so that's going to leave us a little bit left over as well. And frames, it wants 3 per minute, and we are making 4 times 3 point some. Oh, I'm sorry, 5. So we're doing totally fine with all that. And then what we're going to do. We're going to take this. You know what? We'll put a. Put this guy there. Okay. And what we're going to do. We're going to bring those down into. Doesn't really matter. I don't like mixing foundations unless I'm doing it on. Okay. Okay, that should just hook right in, I think. Yep. that looks pretty sharp. There they go. Oh, they're just trickling. All right, get everybody work. Cool. Okay, now for rotors. Now I'm going to make more rotors than ribs because we need, first off, they're super easy to make with steel recipe. But also we need them for motors, and we need a lot of motors. All right, so you want 10 per minute we're putting out. This thing even, yeah, this thing is going. So, no slow down here. A little slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. That's 7 smelters. There's always a reason. If you kind of know the rules about like 240 in, 240 out, pretty obvious. If something isn't working, it's because you made a mistake, which is great, actually. I mean, I can't say that 100%, but most of the time, at least in my experience. So, you know, I don't think I've ever encountered a problem where I literally can't figure out why something isn't working the way I think it should be. And in every case, it's human error. But problems can be hard to diagnose if you don't know what to look for, right? So that's why I kind of give those little tips like, hey, make sure you know, like when we take this out, this should never be above this. Okay, if it is, that means something's not turned on, there's a belt missing, or we didn't make enough of something. It's just that simple. All right, so you're making 25, 25. You are working at 100%, you're working at 55%, and that you're working at about 25%. 55% also, okay. I guess we could get rid of one of these. So point being is we basically got 2 of these making 50 pipes per minute with 50 into our road. Exactly. Means we're going to need to. The good news is, you know, we still have 2 more. I mean, we have 2 more pure nodes that we're not even. Whoops. Gonna have to review. I don't, maybe none of the sheets got through, which would be nice. It's not that big of a deal, but once again, always double check. Because if you get the wrong thing saturating your system, it's kind of a yeah, see, these aren't moving because there's a couple copper sheets. All right. We might have a little throughput issue because we're feeding two systems with our wire. I don't. Let's see. So this one wants 30. So that's 150 over there. Over here wants 37, so 75, 150 over here. So 150 and 150, yeah. So our belt can't hold that much yet. So this last guy and the last guy over there is going to starve a little bit. But again, it's not too big of a deal. I know some people, like, they're, to make sure every machine's working at 100%. I'm more interested in making sure, like, I don't mind if one machine is working at 20%. I don't want all 5 machines at 100%. At this point, so hopefully, if you stuck with me, I proved my point about why iron pipes are so good in this game, because think about all the steel beams we're using right now just for belts, containers, and of course space elevator parts. We would have to be splitting half of these on pipes. I mean, it's just half as much. And the thing is, you simply don't need that much iron. I think sometimes people definitely overestimate how much iron they. I'm not 100% sure about this, but I don't think we expand to other iron nodes all the way till we beat the game. There might be some cause to, but I really don't. Because remember, these are all going to be upgraded to MK3s, and I mean, we can get them all pumping out 700 iron if we do. And pretty much, I usually, when I finish the game, I'm probably pulling in maybe 1500 iron, I would say. If even that much. But, you know, of course, that's different if you're playing, like, you know, trying to make mega factories and stuff. This is definitely not the video for you. We're not doing that. I don't ever play that one. Probably just because, I don't know. We all have different that's just, I lose motivation once I get to end game. I'm really goal oriented, I guess. So I kind of always need Ada chirping in my ear telling me what to do next. Make sure we got, this is going into here. Okay, so we'll just grab ourselves. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is build out these 2 iron nodes. But we're not going to do it today. Not going to do it right now. See, our coal power plants have completely stabilized. What else? We got our space elevator parts trickling in. In fact, probably build these guys. Yeah. Let's do that. So start tomorrow. Sure, I'm good to go. Where did we say our shrub? So you can see our rips are already backing up, and it's just, you know, making a steady stream of these. We could add on one more. You know what? Let's do that. And this one, though, it's going to be for personal use. Because these are a thing that you can kind of run out of. You need them. You don't need as many as I think people tend to make. And you definitely don't need to split them off from your main production. But this is kind of like, you know, I'll come back to this in like an hour, and it's kind of like finding 20 bucks in your couch. You weren't expecting to have it, but hey, it's here. Kind of did the Abed right there. Cool. Community is like my favorite. All right, beautiful. And so now, when these are done, we just got to do that a couple more times. And these are going to be trickling in. But you can already see these are the, even though these are the higher tier part, they make a lot faster. Automated wiring really do it in like 15 minutes. The reason I haven't done it yet is because the next thing we're going to build is actually let's end the video here in a second. Of course, I got to take frames. So let's build these two miners out, and we're going to do one straight into pipes, and it's going to make stators. And then one, I don't even know what we'll do with it. We're going to have to. 20 of these. So we're going to make stators. Got our rotors. The funny thing is our stators take exactly the same materials as our rotors, which is great. Although we are going to definitely be a little starved for wire, but that's okay. You remember we just have this temporary copper node down here producing some sheets, so we'll build all that out into wire. And that then again goes right back to that sort of point, like you don't really like start with a plan, yeah, but like don't make it so rigid, right? Because your plan is going to change based on, you know, what alt recipes you get and everything. So with that, we might do a little cleanup. I want to move the hub too, but use. I don't think it goes there. I'll connect to that. That's connected to that. We're gonna save just in case. Okay. And we're gonna hub up here a lot more. My power didn't change at all, so that's good. That means all those bios are still. Did notice that I dropped a pretty heavy rate. Oh. Let's do this for now. Okay. And this, we already got our rotors going, so we can these. Maybe we'll make we'll start getting working on our stator. Let's see how many this is going to be. 3 steel pipe, 15 per minute. And we only need 100. We're going to need a lot more soon. I don't know how to. A quick wire. Okay, so what to do. So all right, so you can put those little notes there just to tell you what to do. This is obvious. I won't forget that, but I might forget the Caterium. Right, the first should do. So, okay, we're going to leave it here. And thanks for watching. And remember, pioneers, always stay efficient. Always pet your lizard doggos. All right, Space Cat out. Oh, let's see where we're at. Oh, save again. Okay, we're at 6.5 hours, halfway through the next phase. Jetpack in about 7.5. Not too bad. I think that's pretty good. All right. Peace out, everybody. I think we're right on time. We're right on time. Maybe a little faster. Just a little faster. For the 40 hours, I mean. All right. Peace out. Bye.